Hey, welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. We're at 5 p.m. today as my day got out of control. And that happens a lot. You can be positive, negative. A lot of good stuff, though, I have to say. Little craziness, but, good craziness. Stressing the activities earlier today. Some of my team members stretched my thought processes and how I did. And I really actually enjoyed the discussion, the debate. So it was pretty cool. But that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about, I'm sorry, late. It is later in the afternoon. The idea, everyone pushes teams, right? Team this, team that. Team, I even heard, people say, hey, working as a team will produce more value for your group. It's a big time. Some of my people say, well, I have one person versus 10 people. So if I have 10 people, I'm going to have 10x the value add because I got 10 people versus one person. And that's not necessarily true. Or if you have a thing, item you're going to solve and you get, let's say, 5 people to help that person on the item, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make a 5 times more valuable item than there was before. And I'm going to go into that a little bit. Though there is a lot of good value, and I'll talk about that too, of having a team input in what you do. But I just want to be realistic, and I don't want people going off, well, team only is the only way to go, and team this and that. So I wanted to share that thought process with you. And feel free to message me and tell me I'm wrong or I have a different perspective on it, whatever. And I would love to debate it. I'm in a debating mood. So if you have something, send it my way. And it's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show today at 5 p.m. I saw that on my clock. I was laughing. And we usually talk about Scrum and Agile in a very practical and tactical way, so you can bring value to your customer without working extra hard for that value, which is kind of what we're talking about here in the team and the value, and have a little fun along the way. Sometimes we have too much fun as a team. That was very terrible. We had too much fun. So what am I talking about? So let's say you have a story that you're bringing up to the team, or at sprint planning or a refinement session or something like that. There is a big complaint out there. Why do we have the whole team work on one story when one person's going to work on it? Do I get, let's say your team was 5. We'll use 5 for this example, not 10, because 10x is kind of crazy. So let's say we have 5 people on a team. We have one person we know is going to work the story or going to do that. Does it really add value to have all 5 members of the team in the discussion? Do I get 5 times X amount of value? I would say no, you're not, right? So what I want to be honest about, it may not be 5X the value you get by having a team, but maybe it's going to be 10%. 10% less bugs, 10% better quality, maybe 10% even more value, maybe 10% providing a service that wasn't even thought about before because you had 5x, 5 times more. I mean, or 10% or whatever of people on there. So there's going to be maybe a 10% increase, maybe a 5% increase. So let's just say it was 5%. Now here's the analogy. I'm gonna give you a couple analogies on this. Let's say it was a 5% increase in value, 5% decrease in quality issues, bugs, 5% increase in quality, right? Maybe 5% less time to develop said product because you got feedback from the other 5 members of your team. How much interest do you get paid on a savings account? Just asking. Do you make 10%? Do you make 100%? You make 2x? You make 5x on interest in a savings account? Probably not. I don't even know if they still do 5%, but the way the inflation's going, maybe it's above 5% now. So maybe we all think about it. And that's where you start doing the net present value stuff that SAFE really promotes, and how do you do the trade-offs, which we could do on another show for another metric. But if we work so hard for a 5% gain in value in our savings account, doesn't it make sense to have the 5 people, remember your team, kind of talk about the solution, give you some feedback, so maybe you can get a save of 5% on time, a save in 5% on quality, a save on 5% of value on the item you're producing. It makes perfect sense. So when I hear people, Why do we have all 5 members or 10 people or whatever in the number of the team talking about the beginning of a product or an item that we're going to develop? It seems like a waste, but does it really? Because we work so hard to save that 5%. And trust me, we're using more than 5 people to save that 5%. Here's another example. When we used to travel a lot for work, and maybe you all do now, rental cars. Oh my God. When I work for the government, rental cars, hotel. If you booked the wrong one and had to pay an extra $5 for a night or $5 a day for a rental car, oh my, did the admins come at you and the travel police and all this stuff over $5. So if it's $5 that you're saving on that, I think you're saving more than $5 for 5% improvement in quality and time wasted by a developer, right? Let's just think about a developer getting paid and even $100 an hour, or a company charging for a consultant $100 an hour. We save 5%. That's $5 an hour, right? And versus $5 a day. So if there's 8 hours in a day or whatever the time is versus that, I think there's a big difference in that saving. So we work so hard to save that money on a rental car or your savings account. Doesn't it make sense to have 5 people talk about it, item that's going to get done, that's going to help the customer and help the company make tens of millions of dollars potentially? I think it does. So I just want to be realistic. You're not going to 10x. You might. I'm not saying you won't, but I'm saying in realistic, you're not going to 10x, 5x by having every member of the team on it, but they'll contribute enough to save some time, some effort, some quality on the products getting produced. Maybe it builds that teamwork stuff. So you're going to produce a better value for your customer, which we talk about, bringing more value without working hard. So combine this too. If I have a team working together and I'm able to produce more value, maybe those team members give us some ideas. I don't have to recreate the code from scratch because they just created it a month ago, right? All you got to do is change a variable or do something or reuse something, and it should work. So maybe that saves it, and there you go, saving time. So in that case, a team works well. But I just want you to be understanding. And if you hear someone says, we're going to save 5x the amount of effort because we're getting the team to work together in sprint review, sprint planning, daily scrum, the retrospective, that's not necessarily true. You'll get something. Everyone will add some diversity opinions to what's coming on in the solution, which should produce a better product. So I just want to be clear on that and be well balanced on that, because I am going to push the team. I do appreciate the team and the team feedback, but I just want to be realistic and not make sure people. Greg said that, we're going to 10x everything because we have the whole team participating in sprint review. No, you're not. You may get a 10%. You may even get just a 5%, but you probably will get a little better product, even a little bit better when you have the whole team there. So I wanted to share that with you. Sorry we're late today. It was a long day. Lots of things going on. A lot of opportunities could be coming down the pike, which should be pretty amazing if they do come up. But I want to share with that because I also got to go to the baseball game tonight. So have fun. Enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. If I don't see from you, if you go off or whatever, I don't know, holidays coming up, right? Enjoy your Memorial Day holiday. If you get a chance to take advantage of it, do something fun. So with that, I say take care and see you tomorrow. Bye.